Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for the things that I can, and the wisdom to love endurance. Here we go. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I slept. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Well, no. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, it's the detox. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Said I would never do it again. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. I'm so tired of this shit. No. Said I'll never do it again. Hey there. Welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 7 for my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse as far as drugs, alcohol, or any other addiction. We are open to all topics. However, our main topic is why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On this episode, I would like to talk on the topic of who are you? This is a question I believe we all have to answer eventually. Do you really know who you are? Or are you pieces of people definition, or your individualism is based on how others define you? This is a difficult question for us all to answer because there are 3 parts of the human state of being: body, soul, and spirit. So how I answered this question is I took each part of being and answered them truthful. Part 1, the body. How you treat your body and what you put in it, or who you share it with, is one part of the human equation that defines who you are. No judgment here. Long as one is happy with themselves, God, and others, I personally believe it's your choice. Part 2, soul. Your mind, what, and how you think definitely determines a great deal of who you are. This human experience can lead our minds into so many different thoughts. Have you ever been just thinking of something really wonderful and then out of nowhere, a negative thought pops in your head? We have to face the fact that we cannot control every thought. However, you cannot allow every thought to control you. We all have impulsive, addictive, lustful, and I hate to say it, but evil thoughts. But we also have ingenious, kind, loving, and beautiful imaginary thoughts also. Here's my opinion on the many different thoughts that goes across our minds. Just because a bird lands on my head, I do not have to allow him to build a nest on it. Same with thoughts. Just remember, it is just a thought until you make it an action. Part 3, the spirit. This part of the human experience is very powerful. It is the life force energy that God gives us. This is the real you, the source of your true being. This is where hate, envy, unforgiveness, self-hatred, just a lot of terrible things can pour out of the spirit of a human being. However, a lot of wonderful things can live here also. Love, kindness, forgiveness, peace, joy. So you see, it is a lot of beauty that can come out of the human spirit also. Which gifts of the spirit will you choose? The difference above all creations is that humans get to choose their own individualism. We are not forced to be anything we do not wish to be. So who are you? During the time I have spent in rehab, this is the number one question that must be answered and figured out. Because once we make peace with who we are, we finally can have peace with others. It is not the other person's responsibility for me to find peace. It's mine. Because I know who I am. And in that knowing, all things become tolerable through the believing in my Creator. The creation does not dictate to the Creator. The Creator communicates in a loving and merciful way to the creation. So who are you? It takes time to get to this chapter in your life. So don't be too hard on yourself if you do not know who you truly are. It takes a lifetime to figure that out. And that is the gift of being. A lot of people are in such a hurry to become what the world considers a success. Reach real goals, live financially free, just have all the riches in life. And then there is a poor man with a sign in his hand asking for food, shelter, and just someone to care. But at the end of the day, whether you are rich or poor, it all comes to an end of the road on this earth and reaches over into eternity. The real gift of life, people, is what you got to understand, is the climb. The climb is from the time you are born and everything that goes on in between until the day you die. The climb is really what the true experience of being human is all about. The pain, disappointment, laughter, and joy. All of it is a gift from the Creator to His creation. Take time to find out who you are, because you can escape from a lot of things or other people, but you will never, ever be rid of you. Well, that is it for this episode. Please visit my website, The Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. It is listed on the screen. Please feel free to post on blog, share thoughts, and also feel free to chat. Contact information is on there also. Along with a lot of great music, of course. It will help you find out who you are. Let me know your opinions and thoughts, and also if you would like to be a guest on the podcast. Thanks again for joining me. Talk with you again very soon. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference in who we go. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I slept. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Well, no. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, it's the detox. No. Said I'll never do it again.
Said I would never do it again.
No. Said I'll never do it again. No. I'm so tired of this shit.